Today we are doing a Trippie Redd ranking in discography. The first video we did was Juice WRLD, so if you not watched that one, go watch the Juice WRLD vid, then come back to this one. But Trippie Redd ranking in discography. Trippie Redd is one of my favorite artists that I've listened to in a while. He has a lot of good albums and some albums, and we are going to get to rate right now with a tier list. This will be a tier list ranking in discography, as always. And let's get straight into the video. I've been really excited to do this one, and I've been waiting. S meaning it's the best album he's made. Like high tier, great albums. And then D is the worst, dookie, like it's just not a good album he's made. And ranking discography rules, there is some rules, because if there's no rules, then you don't know what's going on in the ranking discography. No EP and no collab tapes. I want to see what the artist can do on his own. As Trippie Redd, he did do a thing with that. No deluxes, because deluxes, it's just the same album but just more songs to go over. No mixtapes, so that means a love letter to you, like all of them I can't do because no, what's it called, mixtapes. So Trippie Redd, ranking in discography, with all the rules out the way, we are going to get into this video with Trippie Redd. This is going to be one of my
Baby, what you wishing for? Maybe you should wish it more.
Trippie Redd's first ever debut album is one of the best he's ever made. Life's a Trip is such a great album from the SoundCloud era. Anything, bro, this album is amazing. There's so many peak songs that I didn't know, that I've heard before, that I didn't know was from this album. Best to worst features on that album is, thinking about this, there's not a lot of features that were good. Travis did his thing. I really did like this Travis feature. And then him and Thug, oh my god, I can't believe he got a Thug feature already, but it is his peak. Thug went crazy. And then the other dude, I don't really know him, but Reese, he's pretty good. Like, I do know some of his music, but it's like I don't really listen to him like that. As you can see, this is a great album. It's just one song. Well, actually, two songs I didn't really like. They're kind of trash. They're like, I just didn't like them. And there's so many bangers and classics from this album that is crazy, that I never knew, that I really like. And there's a lot of like good songs, but there's a lot of great songs, and only two misses. That's a great formula for a great album, bro. He really did his thing. This album is a great album, but worst song on the album is, in my opinion, I would have to say Bird Shit. I did not like this song. It's just, I hate when rappers talk about poop and all that. It's just annoying, bro. Like, I hate it. Top 3 best songs on the album is, this was very hard because there's a lot of classics on this album. Forever Ever, obviously I was gonna say this, with Young Thug and Reese, they did their thing. Dark Knight Dembo, obviously with Travis Scott, like that's a banger. And Wish is Trippie Redd's one of his best songs he's ever made. Just let that sink in, bro. One of the best from this album. This album, I loved it. Listen, I enjoyed it. I give it an 8.5 out of 10, almost a 9. It's closer to a 9 than it is an 8. But man, I enjoyed this listen a lot. Trippie Redd, for his first album, did great on this album. And honestly, I would love to keep saying this. I would put this in A tier. Honestly, he did his thing. And next one.
So bad in a snake skin. Hey, boy, do the dash.
Okay, before listening to this album, I am gonna lie, I thought it was trash because no one ever talked about it, so I automatically thought it was trash. But going into this album, it really did surprise me, and I actually really enjoyed the listen. And there was a lot of bangers that I knew, but like I didn't know what album it was from, and like honestly, I didn't have the time to listen to it. But best to worst features on the album, there's only one. So obviously it's going to be Playboy Cardi. And I was already going to give it to him anyways. I do love Cardi a lot. But this is all the songs we have. A lot of 10 out of 10s, bro. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a lot. 5, 10 out of 10s. You're going to have a good album. And honestly, I think Question Mark is very close to a 10. I really love everything. That's been one of my most played songs to doing this, ranking in discography. So honestly, I would have put it to 10. Worst song on the album is, in my opinion, there's not a lot to Lil, but I would give it to Lil Wayne. I just didn't really enjoy it. Like, it's just not my cup of tea, I guess. But I didn't really like it. Top 3 best songs on the album is, this was very hard to decide, but I tried. Like, I really like that song. It really, Under Enemy Arms, that's another good one. I really enjoyed the listen. Snakeskin is obviously one of Trippie's best songs ever. It's literally the best one he's probably ever gonna make, like, best song. And then Trippie Redd, after I've listened to this album, one of my favorites, and I'm so sad. I give it a 9 out of 10. I never listened to it before. And going into the rating, I didn't know. But honestly, I would probably have to give it, so Life's a Trip was an A, so I do have to give it an A. Question Mark surprised me. Great album, A. When I first listened to this Trippie album, I really did like it. It was a lot more singing than rapping. But he really did do his thing, and I did enjoy the listen, but it's not as great as the other two albums in my opinion when it comes to ranking this like album. Trippie Redd still did good, but it's like not the best to worst features on the album. I would have to give, there's a lot, so bear with me. Party is the best one. He really snapped. I love that song. Sway Lee, again, it's gonna be a singing album. You gotta have singing artists, you know what I mean. Sway Lee did his thing. Future's always gonna give a good verse. It really don't matter. Don't hit me up in the comments doing them trash Future verses. Yeah, these girls really did their thing. Lil Wayne did his thing. I really did enjoy his verse. He really snapped. And this girl did her thing too. She snapped too. I don't really know these two girls' names, and I don't even feel like doing this. When this artist, he did his thing too. I really enjoyed his verse. Same with this dude. He did his job. He did his job good on this Trippie verse. And Chris Brown did his job. Again, it's a singing artist. Singing artist gonna be on there. Yeah. Great song, man. This dude fell off hard, bro, after this verse. I just want to say that. And finally, we're getting in off the features and getting into the album. Okay, there's a lot of good songs. There's a lot of mid. There's like a couple trash. So this is a mainly singing song. So what we're gonna do with the singing songs is we gonna rate them. And with the 10 out of 10s, there's like maybe 5, 6, 10 out of 10s. So it's not as great as the other two albums, but when he missed hard, but it's still not his worst album. Worst songs on the album is, in my opinion, there's a little bit to pick from. I'd have to go with Hell Rain, with Lil Wayne, and Hoodie Baby. It's not Trippie or Lil Wayne that made the song. Hoodie Baby is horrible, bro. Top 3 best songs on the album is, this is very hard. Too Fly is one of my favorite Trippie Redd songs. Too Fly. This is one of my favorites. Sleepy Hollow is underrated. I don't hear a lot of people talking about it, but I do love that song. Experiment is one of the best, top 3 best Trippie Redd songs. And honestly, this song is so good. But Trippie Redd did pretty good. I'll give this an 8 out of 10. Obviously weaker than his other 2 albums. But going from a 9 to an 8 is still good because it's still positive rating. You know what I mean? Trippie Redd is still trying to do his singing and everything. He really is trying to expand his like sound, and I give this a B tier on the list.
Holy fucking smokes, I got my money up.
Trip at Night, my favorite Trippie Redd album, one of the best product of Trippie Redd we've ever gotten, bro. The whole album is amazing. The feature snapped. The beat selection is amazing. Trippie Redd was trying to like change his sound and make it better, and he really did. Best to worst features on this album, in my opinion, I would have to go with Juice WRLD is the best. He snapped on this song, honestly. My Harley is insane. Uzi did his thing. Holy Smokes is one of my favorite Trippie Redd songs, so he obviously did good. So Fega, just drop the music, bro. Minus that, just drop music. Ski Mask, again, drop music, but I get you did lose your friends, so that's kind of Polo G, Lil Durk, Rich Motherfucker. That's just a good song, bro. Honestly, they snapped together. And Drake did have the weakest verse, not gonna lie, but it's Drake, so it didn't matter. Oh wait, never mind, he didn't have the weakest verse. X, honestly, it's just sad because his label put it out. It wasn't really him putting out the product. That's why it was the weakest. It just didn't sound finished, if you know what I mean. There is a lot 10 out of 10s, like 4, but there's not a lot of misses, so that's why it's one of my favorite and high rating on here. On the worst one, I would have to give a 5 out of 10. It was too repetitive, and the beat was low-key trash. I did not enjoy that beat. I really wanted to turn the song off, but it's a rating in the album, so I had to keep listening to it. There's a lot of good songs that I do like from the album. Worst song on the album is, I've already said it, but I guess we're gonna do it again, is Baka. I do not like the beat. I don't like anything about it. It's repetitive. That's why I give it a 5 out of 10 or a 5.5. And the top 3 best songs on the album is, in my opinion, there is a lot to choose from, but Mr. Rage is iconic. This will be one of the best songs of Trippie songs ever. Supernatural, I did enjoy the song a lot. And my favorite song on the album is Holy Smokes. Uzi and Trippie as a duo is amazing, bro. I really enjoyed that song. And after this, we know Trippie can do Rage because this whole album was a 10 out of 10. And Trippie, please keep doing the Rage. I love when you do Rage albums, and it's just amazing. And that's why I give it a 10 out of 10. Trippie snapped on this, and I wish the new album was going to sound like this. I get this album S, and it's the best Trippie album that's ever came out. mid sauce at his best. This is not Trippie. He is going for a Chief Keef like sound. That's what it says. That's what Trippie said also. This is just not Trippie. I really did not enjoy this album. From going to his best album to his weakest is low-key sad. That's why people are saying he fell off. But best to worst features on this album is, I can't even really decide. Juice WRLD, that song is heat. Juice snapped again, bro. Future did his thing. I really enjoyed Future's verse. And these, there's so many. I'm just doing the ones I liked. Travis, he did his thing. I really enjoyed that song. Summers did his thing. And Summer is just a good artist, bro. I don't mind people hate on him. Baby, Loki fell off a little bit, but he's still going hard. And then Nardowick was obviously a good feature. I did enjoy it. And going into this, there's a lot of songs that were dookie and a lot of songs that I did like. Yeah, but there's his worst song he's ever put out, Hideout. One of the worst he's ever put out. I hate that song. That is like, I can't even listen to it. It's horrible. I had to skip it halfway through it. But the features did his thing. Trippie trying a new sound. Well, not really a new sound, but like trying to like show influence and stuff. Just didn't really enjoy it. It's not a Trippie album for real. It doesn't sound like all the great Trippie albums. Worst song on the album is, in my opinion, there's a lot I could choose from, but Hideout is the worst song he's ever put out. Trippie Redd's ever released in his life. So trash. I did not enjoy it. Top 3 best songs on the album is, in my opinion, I would have to say Crazy Train, Travis, oh my god, carried heavy. And then Psycho with Trippie Redd and Future also did great together as a good duo. Atlantis is just the best song on this album, is one of the best highlights from this album in my opinion. It's just like, yeah, Trippie did his thing. And with this mid-sauce of an album, bad, closer than good, I would have to give it a 5.5 out of 10. I did not enjoy this album. It's the weakest album Trippie Redd's ever released in his life. It's just a lot of misses and barely any good songs. I would give this album a C, closer to D than B, honestly. But that's just a little bit more rating because there was a 10 out of 10. D is for there's no 10 out of 10s, and this album is just horrible. But thank y'all for watching the Trippie Redd discography. Tell me in the comments who y'all want to see next. And I really enjoyed making this video. And I'll see y'all in the next video. And thank you for the likes, comments.
Cardi off the wall, bitch, I'm on the zone, geeking off the ball.